Around 40 minutes ago in the 9,000 block of Gulf Boulevard. People in the 9800 and 9900 blocks are being asked to leave the area. We're going to keep following the story and bring you live pictures from Sky 10 in just a few minutes.
We have new information about an overturned tanker truck containing 8,500 gallons of gasoline. We first told you about this story on This Morning Around the Bay. The tanker flipped on its side about 4 this morning near the intersection of Florida and Hillsborough Avenues. The intersection has been closed all morning long as emergency crews pumped gas from the tanker into another truck. You're looking now at video from Sky 10, and take a look at traffic if we can on how far it was backed up. There you go. Well, 10 News reporter Kim McIntyre has been following the story all morning long. She joins us now with what's happening at this moment. Hi, Kim.
Hi, John. The good news is all the gasoline has been pumped out of the damaged tanker. You can see it right behind me. The bad news is this intersection is not cleared yet. You can see the tanker. They're still taking some look at it right now, but the firefighters are actually putting in their hoses, and they're just waiting for a tow truck to get here to upright that tanker truck before they can move it out of the area. But one store owner in this area says more accidents like these will happen if drivers don't slow down. Robert Hansen makes keys for a living. His locksmith business has sat on the cause for an accident in front of the locksmith shop this morning. Just after 4 a.m., a tanker truck overturned near the intersection, leaking gas.
An empty tanker will come to the scene. The damaged tanker will be pumped off. The fuel that's in the damaged tanker will be transferred to the new tanker. Then the damaged tanker can be uprighted and removed from the scene.
It took hours for firefighters to pump out the gas from the turned over tanker.
Come on up, sir. Work your way in.
Morning drivers had to be rerouted, and so did some of Hansen's customers. Hansen doesn't have a lot of foot traffic at his locksmith shop, but he says something needs to be done about the motorist traffic in front of it before another major accident like this happens.
Fortunately, nobody got hurt and all that, so that's the only thing that's important to me.
And again, the firefighters, you can see right there, are wrapping up their hose. They're getting ready to clear the scene. We are still waiting for the tow truck to come and take the damaged tanker out of the area before this intersection will be open again. Now, the driver of the truck...
Action News reporter Baron Johnson joins us live from the scene with the very latest. Baron?
Well, said it's been almost 8 hours. The road should be reopening in about an hour from now. But what we have seen is how quickly a gas truck can tip over and as a result shut down 20 lanes of traffic for at least half a day.
Damaged and very dangerous. This tanker rig rolled over with 8,500 gallons of gasoline stored inside. Right away, fire crews and police evacuated the area, closing down streets in all directions. Morning traffic would have to travel somewhere else until the fire hazard could be hauled away. That left locksmith Robert Hansen with no customers at all in his corner store.
There won't be any inside traffic today, I'm sure, until they open the road.
Before the overturned truck can be put back on its wheels, it must first be emptied of all gasoline. That involves a delicate procedure of drilling holes in the side of the tank without creating any sparks and then pumping all the gasoline out into another truck parked beside it.
It's a step-by-step sequence. Statistics will tell you get yourself dehydrated, you can make some mistakes. We don't want to make any mistakes.
So what caused the truck to lose control in the first place? Tampa police cited 30-year-old Jesse Herman of Sebring for careless driving. Authorities say Herman had just made a left turn onto Florida Avenue when his trailer flipped over. Herman was only 100 feet away from finishing his fuel delivery at the Circle K. Instead, the gas pumps were shut off for safety, while fire crews continuously hosed down the tanker to keep it cool.
At this point, the gasoline is gone. All that's left is for tow trucks to come in and correct the truck, put it back on its wheels, and haul it out of here. So, who's going to pay for the $20,000+ it costs for this entire cleanup? By state law, the fire department says the driver himself and his employer, Penn Truck Lines. Back to you, Lisette.
Baron, the good news is no one was hurt in this?
No one was hurt.
That is good news. Thank you, Baron, for that live report. The driver, Jesse Herman, does have a criminal past. Police tell us that Herman was charged with grand theft in Hillsborough County just last December. And ABC Action News is just getting started for you.
A busy Bay Area intersection should open back up in around an hour and a half or so. It's been closed since a tanker truck overturned at around 4:30 this morning. Crews are still on the scene at Hillsborough and Florida Avenues trying to clean up the mess and get the road back open. News Channel 8's Nerissa Press joins us now live with the very latest. Nerissa, I guess...
I don't want to commit to that hour and a half. We're hoping that it's an hour and a half, Bill.
Well, yeah, we understood that they were going to try to open by noon, but as you reported about 30 minutes ago, that will not happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's going a little bit slower than expected. As you can see, the crews are still here, as you said, Bill, working behind me. The cleanup operation continues. Originally, crews thought they would be done, as we said, by noon. It's taking longer. Crews still have to unload one more compartment. That's 2,100 gallons of fuel they must unload before their job is done today. As we told you earlier, this all stems from an overnight accident here. The gasoline tanker over there was carrying 8,500 gallons of gas and overturned as he was about to pull into the Circle K behind me over here, right across the street. And that's actually the Circle K, the gas station over there that he was delivering the fuel to. The crews arrived quickly to evacuate the Circle K and secure the scene. But the big job the emergency responders have here is not just to unload that gas. They must keep the area safe. That's why you see all these trucks out here. We're talking 8,500 gallons of gasoline. That's a lot of gas. And it's a very volatile situation. Emergency responders are out here surrounding the truck with hoses. They also have foam beds out here, foam, just in case to suppress any fire that erupts. Now, still, the status of that Circle K, it's still closed. There's also a locksmith right behind me that's also closed. Those are the two businesses that have been evacuated for the morning. It's going to be at least another hour or an hour and a half at least before this intersection, the stores, open up again. Back to you.
All right, Nerissa, thank you. And again, that intersection was originally expected to open about 30 minutes ago. The work has been delayed. Fire officials say it could be closed longer than that. So until that intersection reopens, just avoid the area. An update now to a Tampa Tribune and News Channel 8 investigation.
The latest breaking news, county by county coverage, and weather on the nines. This is Bay News 9.
Good morning, Tampa Bay, and thank you for joining us here on Bay News 9. It's your news channel. I'm Jen Holloway, and today is Tuesday. It's July 15th. A real mess on the roads at this hour in Hillsborough County. Sky 9 has the view for you of what happened early this morning. Now, Tampa police say that a driver, this man, Jesse Herman, went too fast when he tried to turn around at the intersection of Hillsborough and Florida. Herman is now charged with the accident. Bay News 9's Chris O'Connell is on scene with the latest.
8,500 gallons of fuel must now be offloaded to a recovery vehicle. This is a very methodical process. Captain Bill Wade with Tampa Fire Rescue explains that process.
The recovery teams from Steps Wrecker is going to climb on top of that tank, drill a hole into it, and pump the fuel out of the damaged tanker into what we call a recovery tanker or a new tanker to get the fuel off of the scene.
How delicate of a process is that?
This is a fairly dangerous operation, but with all of the safety procedures we have in place and the training that the fire crews and the recovery teams have, this should go off well. But just in case, we are clearing back a large area because if that fuel ignites, it's going to be a fairly large fire.
Now take a look at some images from Sky 9 of this very busy intersection. We are told this is going to be closed at least for the next couple hours, so stay tuned. Tampa police are now telling us the driver, a 30-year-old Jesse Herman from Sebring, will be charged with reckless driving. He drives for Penn Tank Lines, the company who owns this tanker, and we're also being told under Florida law that company is going to have to pay for all this cleanup. We'll have more information as soon as we get it on scene from Florida and Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. Chris O'Connell, Bay News 9.
All right, thank you, Chris. Now, if you do have plans to be in that part of Tampa, you'll need to know